So hey guys, my name is Sid once again and welcome to another new video on this channel. And today we are going to talk about how many outreach you should do per day for your agency to get more and more clients. And this question is a lot and often asked question in my community. So I thought why not make a video for this so that even my community and other people also get benefit from this, right? So yes, in this video we are going to discuss about what is the exact number or is there really an exact number to do the outreach per day, right? So if you are ready, then let's start. So the point number one is really there is no exact number. Don't skip this video right now because let me just explain why I say that, right? Because why there is no exact number, because every single person is different, every single person's situation is different. Say for example, if you are a business owner who is doing devoting his 100% time for the business, so you have your whole day available for doing prospecting and sourcing more leads and sending more outreach, right? But think about a person who is doing a job or any side income, they have a main income stream and they are doing the business on a side hustle, as a side hustle. They will not have that much enough time to actually go and compete with your numbers, because you have the entire day for lead sourcing and outreaching. So you have to understand that the outreach numbers really depends on what is your time availability, or what is the situation you are in right now. Are you a full-time business owner? Are you doing job and then doing business as a side hustle? Are you a working mom or a single mother who have one or two babies to carry, cater, right? So the situation will be different for every single person, and that is why the answer, I cannot give you an exact number, right? Obviously I'll give you some range, right? That is in a positive thing, that's why I stick to this video, right? I'm going to give it in the last point or the second last point, right? So but before that, you have to understand that if you are a full-time business owner, then your number should be on a higher end. And maybe if you are a job person or a working lady or a single mother, right, you have to understand that your numbers will be on the lower side, obviously, than all the people who are doing business full time. But that is not a disappointing thing, because you have to understand it is not only a numbers game but also a quality game as well, right? So in case of full-time business owner, I would say that go higher on numbers, but in terms of the people who are doing the business as a side hustle, I would say rather recommend to go higher on quality, right? Because I don't say quality over quantity, I say quality plus quantity, right? So if you are a business owner, full-time business owner, you have the capacity to go all in and do lot more lead sourcing. But if you are a working lady or a job person, then you focus more on quality, and less quality will still bring you more clients, right? So let's move on to the point number two, that is check your time availability, right? That can happen, right? Say for example, if you are a business owner, you are having the whole day, right? And you don't still feel you are getting a lot of time for the outreaching and all this stuff. And this has happened to me as well in past, just because we don't know that what is the exact thing we need to do on a day-to-day basis. We end up ruining the whole day, right? Even some person who is doing job or a single mother, they fulfill their all complete their all responsibilities, and even after that we have seen that some people make more money than us, right? So why is that? Just because the time availability, right? So if you are say for example full-time business owner, you have to make sure that what is the time available for your outreaching, right? So if you have 5 hour or 6 hour devoted for your business, then majority of that chunk, that is 3 to 4 hours, should be going on outreaching, right? And if you are a business like a job people or a single mother or anybody who is doing business as a side hustle, you should understand that how much time is available to you. Say for example, if you are doing job in the day and doing business on night, right, you cannot compete with a full-time business owner. You have to understand that you have less amount of hours in your schedule than a full-time business owner. So here you have to play smart, right? And that's why on the very first point I said that focus on more quality if you are doing it as a side hustle, right? So because like it is a game of consistency, right? You cannot just do outreach for the 7 or 10 days and you'll expect a lot of clients, right? Rather you have to do it on every single day continuously for a couple of months, right? And why a couple of months? You have to do it on a lifetime basis until and unless you don't want more clients, right? So according to your time availability, you have to choose the right way of doing outreach. If you have more than 3 to 5 hours, then go on high on numbers. If you have less than that, go high on quality, right? Because you think that okay, I can come back after work and I can work for 5 hours, right? That will be too much draining, right, for you. And eventually after a couple of weeks you won't be able to do that with consistency, right? Because your health will start to decline and your performance on your job, that will start to get affected because of your lack of sleep or your because you'll be getting tired very easily, right? So that is the thing, you have to focus on your time availability, right? Point number 3 is it also depends on your outreach methods, how many outreach you should send, right? Say for example, if you are on email, you cannot send a lot of emails, hundreds of emails from one single email address, right? So say for example, if you're a beginner and you can only afford 1 or 2 email addresses, that is burning domains, right? So you can maximum to maximum send couple of hundred outreach per month, right? That will be eventually 50-60 outreach per day, right? But whereas in Facebook, you have the option to outreach 80-90 people on a day-to-day basis easily. Even you can go 100 plus, right? So that is again the main thing, that is the number of outreach depend on the method you're using as well. Cold outreach, cold emailing, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, they have different limits. Say for example, if you choose Instagram as your major outreach method, then you have to understand that you cannot send more than 30 messages per hour and more than say for example 80 to 100 messages a day, right? Because Instagram will eventually block you, and why is that? Because they will think that you are spamming other people, right? Because messenger Instagram messages go to your request inbox, right? Not directly on the inbox, right? Message requests. So you have to understand that if somebody is not opening a lot, or a lot of people are not opening your message requests, then people Instagram will think that you're doing spamming, and they eventually will block your account or maybe restrict yourself from sending more and more outreach, right? So it also depends on the outreach method about how many outreach you are doing, right? So now point number 4 is the one thing that you are waiting for, the range of outreach. So generally I recommend doing 30 to 50 or 30 to 60 outreach a single day, for every single day in a particular month. And why is that? Because a lot of people do hundreds of outreach for the very couple of first weeks, and then they stop doing the outreach completely if they are seeing no results. So again and again I say that this is a consistency game. You cannot win this on one single day or one single week or one single month, right? The more consistent you are, the more clients you'll get, the more effective your outreach methods will be, right? So let's move on to the next point. Focus on the number of the outreach as well. So what is that, right? You have to focus on what is the reply rate, what is the open rate, right? What is the CTR of that particular outreach method, right? So if you are doing cold email outreach and your open rates are very low on 50 to 60% or below that, right? So you have to make sure that your headlines of the emails are good, right? For Facebook and Instagram also, you have to understand that how many people are actually opening your message requests, right? If a lot of people are not opening your message request, then you have to find another way. You have to figure out another different ways of doing the outreach. So maybe if one social media platform is not working, then you have to shift to another one, right? So the metrics, the numbers are very important while you are doing the outreach. It's not about you are doing 50, 60, 100 outreach every single day and you start getting clients, right? If you are not getting enough replies, if you are not getting enough opens or CTRs, click-through rates on your particular messages that you are sending, it will eventually leave a bad or negative impact on your outreach. So if you're doing a lot of cold emails and the open rate or click rate or reply rate is very low, your domain will get banned. If you are doing a lot of like cold outreach on Facebook or Instagram and very few people are opening your messages or message requests, eventually your account will get blocked, right? So the number of outreach you do is have a lot to do with the matrices that is you're getting after the outreach is done, right? So you have to have a close eye on those as well, right? And again, I just mentioned that 30 to 50 or 30 to 60 is a like sweet spot, right? For any people who are doing business full time, they can go a little bit above of that, like 70 to 80 or maybe 100. But if you are like doing a job and doing business as a side hustle, then you can stick to 30 to 50, and even in the lower side like 30 per day, right? So yeah, hope this video helps you in like figuring out how many cold DMs or how many outreach you should do per day. And if you have liked this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, because we upload these kind of client getting videos every single week. And that's it for this video, guys. Mane this side, signing off.